Somebody needs to put Katt Williams in the best witness protection ever, because I know after this interview, they are coming for him. Shannon Sharpe, you got to hide him in your muscle shirt or something. The way he Thanos half of Black Hollywood in about 3 hours was crazy. It was so well put. He's a very effective communicator. It was very fluent. I was impressed. And if you're calling this man bitter after this interview, you were not listening and you missed the whole point, because he was exposing lies and defending himself the whole time, which he deserves to do. Katt Williams had his kids' Foot Locker size 3 foot on Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey, and Ricky Smiley's neck the whole interview. First of all, why am I just finding out that on the Steve Harvey show, Steve Harvey had a quick weave, a man unit? I thought this was his. I mean, now looking at the hair, it do look like a church microphone, but I thought this was really his hair. He said that Steve Harvey stole Mark Cooper's whole idea and made his sitcom The Steve Harvey Show. And now that I really think about it, hanging with Mr. Cooper and The Steve Harvey Show are so similar, it's crazy. He also said Steve Harvey never had a movie role because nobody ever asked for a country bumpkin black dude who can't talk properly and look like Mr. Potato Head. Then Katt said it's about 30,000 new scripts that go out in Hollywood every year, and Steve Harvey has never been in a movie, and what does that mean? And when I think about it, Steve Harvey really has never been in a movie. Basically, he's saying Steve Harvey is not funny and he's only good enough to read cue cards on Family Feud, and that's why he's on there, because everybody just happy that he can read. He also said Steve was never homeless and he lying about his come-up story. He was making $3,000 a show and had 5 shows a week. He said Steve Harvey be like, thanks to my wife, I'm where I'm at, and that's a lie, because you said that about the first and second wife that think like a man, and I was in tears. Another person he ate up and spit out was Ricky Smiley. Ricky Smiley went on Shannon Sharpe's show and said that he was originally supposed to be Money Mike next Friday and not Katt Williams. And Katt Williams came to set the record straight. He said he wrote the lines for Money Mike, he did the hair for Money Mike, and he helped collab with the wardrobe for him too. And I believe Katt, because I can't see Ricky Smiley playing Money Mike. That don't even make no sense. That's Katt Williams all day. He said Ricky Smiley is only good at playing a woman like Tyler Perry, and I know Tyler Perry was at home with all his billions, like, how did I get in this? He said they both couldn't play a man to save their life, and he said in his next contract, if Ricky Smiley was in the movie, he had to play a woman or he was not doing it. And the next movie was First Sunday, and guess what Ricky Smiley played? A woman. He also said in the original script, Money Mike got raped, and he fought against that, and I respect that so much. Katt said Ricky Smiley been playing the same old black woman forever, and he will never have a young fan base because that's all he can do. Then he started to eat up Cedric the Entertainer, saying why is he called the Entertainer and he can't sing, dance, or entertain. Katt said back in the late 90s, Cedric came to his show, listened to him perform, congratulated him, and then stole his joke and put it in his own show. And the only thing he changed was Katt used the car and Cedric turned his into a spaceship. And Katt said the reason why he feels some type of way is because Cedric apologized to him about taking the joke with Steve right there and then went on this show with Shannon and said he didn't take the joke. And I feel like Shannon Sharpe dropped the ball right here, because you're supposed to have both of their segments pulled up so we can compare and contrast what they both sound like. And Katt had me in tears because he said Cedric the Entertainer came on Shannon Sharpe's show looking like a walrus and then put his feet up and acted like one. He said Cedric does not write his material and he got 4 comedy specials and none of them are on Netflix or Tubi. Katt was really roasting all 3 of them like marshmallows at a campfire. Another thing is I've never seen Shannon Sharpe so speechless. A lot of times Katt Williams had him shook. He really had nothing to say. He said every show that Cedric and Ricky Smiley has ever had has got canceled and they make an excuse for it every time. He said these 3 run as a group and the only way that you can be a part of their program is if you get a light-skinned, weird-faced wife who don't talk in interviews, and I was deceased. Because why would he say that? Light-skinned, weird-faced wife is crazy. And the thing is, he not coming for them for no reason. He said he's coming to confront the lowbrow comedians who lied on him, and I'm not mad at it. And Katt was preaching. He said winners are not allowed to let losers rewrite history, and I said that is a word. He even low-key ate Shannon Sharpe up. He said the truth don't need motivation. He said I'm not fueled by alcohol. I only had a sip. You had more than me. He even ate up Faison Love. He said anybody that tell you different is a fat Faison liar, and I was in tears. He said Faison said getting a Netflix special was easy and he has 0 and Katt has 12. And then Katt said, are you going to take your shirt off in every movie? Is that the only thing they have for you in these scripts? Katt Williams also said he was whatever in Friday, which is why he wasn't in Friday After Next or Next Friday. And Shannon Sharpe could not take it no more. He was like, Katt, let Faison Love breathe. And Katt was quiet for 10 seconds and then said, you have an unnatural allegiance to losers and that's not like you. Katt Williams said there will probably never be another Friday because John Witherspoon's death is still not quantified. And then he said Chris Tucker is not the same Chris Tucker. He said that's Chris Tucker on Epstein Island. He said they tried to set Chris Tucker up to be Smokey, somebody who smoked weed, but he was a Christian and best friends with Michael Jackson who called him Christmas. Like, everybody was catching strays. That Christmas had me in tears. He said Kevin Hart is an industry plant who they lied about selling out shows and getting standing ovations. He said Kevin's whole fan base was on the East Coast. That's where he built his comedy at. So how did he go to the West Coast and sell out shows out of nowhere? He also said it's been all this years and him and Kevin Hart never been in the same room on purpose. He also said a lot of the scripts that Kevin Hart get comes across his desk first, but he doesn't want to do the fetch and sketch that be in the script, so they give it to Kevin Hart. He said Earthquake is not in movies because he illiterate. He said he loved Martin Lawrence like a brother and that they were supposed to be a duo in the movie, but the movie ended up being Big Mama's House too, and he was not wearing a dress. He ate up Michael Blackson out of nowhere. He said most comedians don't get booed enough because that's why we got people like Michael Blackson who use a fake African accent when he really African. And I always wondered that. I'm like, ain't you already African? What is this fake voice that you use? He said he also told Michael Blackson to stop wearing them dirty dashikis and dress like the African king of comedy that he trying to be. Katt talked about the Wanda Smith thing where he ate her up on the radio. That's one of my favorite eat-ups. He said they was only supposed to talk about certain things, but she flipped the script and started talking about stuff that she was not supposed to talk about, and that's when they got into it. And what's crazy is Katt said he went easy on her, and he didn't go easy to me, so imagine him on difficult. Katt also got asked about the Tory and Meg situation and how he felt. He said it's only two options, so either it's you or the girl, and if you're not going to say it's her, then it's you. Katt said if Jonathan Majors is attractive, then all black people are attractive, because when did y'all start liking wide noses and Afrocentric features? And that's the truth. Because y'all been calling Jay-Z and anybody else with big noses and big ears ugly for years, and all of a sudden Jonathan Majors come out and y'all change y'all mind, y'all crazy. He also said P. Diddy liked to party, and if you don't tell him no, he gonna keep trying because he tried Katt, and he said he got the receipts. I also really enjoyed what he said about Kanye. He said everybody say he got a mental illness, and when somebody got special needs, you grade them on the curve. You don't even really take them serious, so why does everybody take him serious? He basically said black people created the monster. Y'all made him feel like he was God and let him call himself Jesus, and all of a sudden now y'all hate him for the complex. He also said he married a whore, and I was in tears. Katt also showed mad love to Bernie Mac and D.L. Hughley. He had nothing but respect for both of them. He said the kings of comedy was hating on Bernie Mac because he was the funniest and they didn't want him to go last because Steve Harvey was last, but Bernie Mac was funnier than him. Katt also said he was supposed to be the fourth king of comedy, but they did Bernie Mac wrong, so he was not about to take that place. But this interview was really good. He talked about his life, how he adopted 7 kids, how he left his house at 12 years old. It was a lot of great things in here. He also said Disney sent him a cease and desist because he tried to use the name Cat in the Hat, but Disney don't own Cat in the Hat, so maybe he meant DreamWorks. He also showed mad love to the new comedians like Desi Baines, Country Wayne, DC, Chico, Carlos, Jess Hilarious. He showed them mad love. And that's how I know he not bitter. He not mad at the new talent that's out there. He mad at the old people that's lying about history. He also talked about his childhood and how him and his dad clashed, and that's how he ended up homeless because he left the house. Katt also said he never did drugs unless it was weed or nicotine, so whatever everybody else is lying about is not true. The interview was good, y'all. It's really 2 hours and 46 minutes, so it's longer than The Color Purple, it's longer than Avatar, and almost as long as Titanic, so get ready if you're gonna watch it. I also feel like Shannon Sharpe could have dug in a little bit more with Katt's answers because some of his answers was frivolous. Katt said he was 8 years old reading 3,000 books. What books? Dr. Seuss, Junie B. Jones? He even said he was reading in 7 different languages, and Shannon didn't ask what the languages were. We want to know those things too. But I kind of summarized everything. I missed a couple things, but I summarized the important stuff. So if you don't want to watch the whole 2 hour, 46 minute video, here you go right here. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.